Hello and welcome to Who's Looking at Your Profile by me, Mr. Young. Today we're going to be looking at the role of social media in your personal lives and how it might impact your academic or professional. So to get started, let's think about this question. How might what you post today affect your tomorrow? Take a second, think about that. Some answers you might have come up with would be, it doesn't, or it really doesn't have a big impact. You might have come to the conclusion that perhaps teachers can see, bosses can see, principals can see, colleges can see. And if you did come to that conclusion, you're right. A lot of people might say, my Facebook or Instagram, or Insta if you're cool, is only for my friends or my family. However, that's often something that people say to kind of justify the types of postings that they are creating or make themselves feel better. However, unfortunately, that's not always the case. Even with some of the most secure settings, for example, friends only or followers only, doesn't necessarily guarantee that those types of people are the only ones seeing what you're posting. The shocking truth, quote, fully 40% of admissions officers say that they visit applicants' social media pages to learn about them. 4 times the percentage that did in 2008. So about 8 years later, according to this article, admissions counselors are paying more and more attention as the years go by to what you are posting online. And when I say admissions counselors, I mean college admissions counselors. Another statistic here, a whopping 93% of recruiters check out social media profiles of prospective hires. So that's looking at professional. So first we're looking at how it impacts going into college. Next we're looking at how does it impact going into the workforce. Both places that hopefully all of you or most of you are in fact considering going. Unless you're super, super wealthy and don't need to do any of that. In that case, don't forget your poor old teacher, Mr. Young. Case study. Let's take a look here at a couple postings that someone posted on a sick day. The first one here to the left, I'm super sick, honest. And then you have your little emoji with a sad, quivering mouth, sick face. To the right, we have keeping hydrated on my, quote, sick day, end quote, hashtag YOLO. Who says that anymore anyway? What do we think about this one? Yeah. Jenny definitely isn't homesick. Well, this other person probably is. More and more employers are looking at people's postings when they do in fact call out sick. So if I called in sick and said, I feel ill, I can't make it in, I'm sorry, here are my lesson plans, and then I posted my toes in the sand at the beach, it probably wouldn't look so good if the principal took a look at my Facebook, which statistically is happening more and more often. So be aware. Things to think about when you're posting. This is good advice for any aspect of your life, to be honest. Think about how you're feeling in the moment, when you're getting behind the wheel to drive, when you're taking a flight, when you're making a big purchase. Specifically, but not limited to, posting on social media. Are you happy? Are you angry? Do you have something to prove? You're mad about something. You're mad at someone and you're going to embarrass them. Are you excited and willing to share something maybe too personal with the world? A couple other questions to consider. What message are you trying to send, and who is this message intended for? Finally, could this hurt someone, intentionally or unintentionally, and is that something that you want to do? If this is shocking, it should be. A little Home Alone doesn't hurt. A couple rules I'd like to share with you guys. 10 things, I say rules, really more guidelines. 10 things to never post on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, or whatever it is that you kids are using these days. 1, party pictures. 2, jokes. Okay? I'm going to put these together. I'm going to make a joke about a party picture, but a picture of you doing something that you shouldn't do might end up with you only doing things you don't want to do. And what I mean by that is, if you post a picture of you breaking the law or drinking a beer or something like that, that might end up with you losing your opportunity to go to that school or get that job and maybe doing something you don't want to do. Number 2, insensitive jokes. My personal rule, don't make fun of people for stuff they can't control, thus being race, size, socioeconomic standing, so on and so forth. 3, memes. Doesn't really need a description. 4, relationship drama. Keep it private. If you want to talk to your friends about it, do that, but do just that. Number 5, insults about teachers. Obviously, I believe a lot in this one. It doesn't look good, and probably colleges will see it as kind of you dogging on people or not taking responsibility for your actions. 6, anything that could be labeled bullying, calling someone out, maybe attacking direct or indirect comments about someone else. 7 is a good one. Anything you wouldn't want your parents to see, i.e. inappropriate photos or hypersexualized images. Yes, I'm talking to you selfie bathroom people. 8, anything you wouldn't want an admissions board to see. And this is big on the alcohol pictures. A lot of teens are feeling more and more pressured to take photos with some type of cool alcohol or party scene or something like that. It's not a good look. Again, ask yourself, why are you taking these pictures? 9, links to questionable content. If you're sharing links to things that are a little bit racy or edgy, probably not a good idea. And lastly, gossip. It does not look good, and you are above that. So, in summary, let's think about what we just talked about. We've discussed how you might view social media, consider what it is you're trying to say, consider when you're trying to say it, and probably most importantly, consider who is looking at it. I assure you the audience is much, much bigger than you perhaps originally thought of. Remember, it never goes away when you post it. Keep that in mind. Finally, here are my sources. If interested, please check these out for more research and do a little bit of research on your own. Thank you.